Black History Month is a celebration of the ones that came before us, the present, and even the future.
To me, Black History Month is a way to get a lot closer to my culture. There are a lot of different things that I find myself not knowing about, like the history of my family, my roots, like where I come from. So for me, it's just a reminder to keep finding those answers and keep searching.
Black History Month to me, I feel like it's all about credit. A lot of the times you see that Black people do things and they don't always get the credit that they really deserve for it. It's great to see that and get to learn what we've done.
A word that comes to mind when I think of Black History Month is definitely empowerment. I've been saying that word a lot, and it takes a certain level of courage and power to do certain things, to go against the grain and say, hey, no, like this is wrong and we need to do the right thing, and fight for equality and make sure that everyone feels safe, not only in America, but just in the world and in general.
The word that comes to mind is pride. I think that because of the history that has happened in America, whether it's the good or the bad, I think that Black Americans should have pride in what they've accomplished and what they have overcame.
Black History Month is important because it gives Black people more of a voice than what we typically have throughout the year, and then we can get to share not just our history, but explain other things as well.
I feel like the main importance is to learn. A lot of times we get caught up in our own lives and we kind of forget the history that we came back from, and not just the history but the culture around it and how much we've had to kind of struggle to get where we are. But at the same time, during that struggle, we've just enjoyed ourselves. We've built our own culture, our own foods, and it's a wonderful thing to see.
The Black historical figure that inspires me is Thurgood Marshall, because like him, one day I want to be also a powerful lawyer, and I want to stand up for injustice, and I want to fight for everyone's civil rights.
One historical Black artist that I know, his name is Kehinde Wiley, and he makes a lot of portrait paintings. One of the most famous paintings that he made was of Barack Obama, but it wasn't a traditional type of portrait painting. It had a lot of color and a lot of vibrance, and I really, really loved how it was depicted and how he painted it. So that's probably my favorite historical Black artist that I know.
Public Black figure that inspires me the most is Harriet Tubman. She is a strong, empowering woman, and just learning more about her story makes me want to do things as well to bring forward success in Black culture. Just hearing what she did and her story is really empowering.
I am inspired by Katherine Johnson. Honestly, her whole story has really inspired me and my academic journey, and just pushing through and taking advantage of the opportunities that I've been given.
A Black historical figure that inspires me would be Michelle Obama. I think that she's a really good role model for young girls, Black women, and just women in general. She's a very big advocate for higher education, healthy lifestyle, and equality. She also shows that women can have it both ways, through career and family, and elegantly.
Scott Joplin, he was a pianist in the late 1800s, early 1900s, and he was a pioneer for a genre called ragtime. I got really fascinated by his work, and his music was really fun to play. It's nice to see that there were people before us that changed culture, you know what I mean?
I think Black History Month is needed because it's important to educate people about the history. I think that Black history is American history, in the same way you teach people about, the wars that we've done, you teach them about Black history. I think it's also important to remember and acknowledge the contributions that Black people have made. And it kind of shows that good can come from bad. There's a whole lot of horrible things that have happened in Black history, and a lot of times I like to focus on those, but there are also good things that have come from Black history, and so it just kind of shows there's a light at the end of the tunnel.
If you would like to learn more about Black History Month and the impact of Black culture in our society, you are invited to BCU Night on February 25th at 8 p.m. in Al's Gym for a night where we can all come together and learn together.